The parable of the net, the final separation of the righteous and the wicked. Matthew 13:47-50. Jesus said, "Again, the kingdom of heaven is like a net that was cast into the sea and gathered some of every kind, which, when it was full, they drew to shore. And they sat down and gathered the good into vessels, but threw the bad away. So it will be at the end of the age. The angels will come forth, separate the wicked from among the just, and cast them into the furnace of fire. There will be wailing and gnashing of teeth." Matthew 13:47-50. What the parable meant in Jesus' time, fishing was a central part of life in Jesus' time, and the dragnet was a common fishing method. Fishermen would throw out a massive net, catching all kinds of fish, both good and bad. When they pulled it to shore, they would sort the good fish to keep and throw away the worthless ones. Jesus used this imagery to reveal what will happen at the end of the age when God will separate those who obey him from those who live in rebellion. Just as the fishermen discarded the bad fish, the wicked will be cast into the furnace of fire, symbolizing God's final judgment. The deeper meaning, the coming judgment. This parable warns that everyone is being gathered into God's net people of all backgrounds, nations and beliefs. However, not everyone will be kept. Only those who obey God's laws, follow Yeshua Jesus, and reject the ways of the world will be counted as the good fish. The rest will be thrown away. Two types of people, the righteous versus the wicked, the righteous, the good fish. These are the people who keep God's commandments, observe the Sabbath and biblical feasts, reject pagan traditions, and live holy lives. They have chosen the narrow road, avoiding the distractions of sin and worldly pleasures. They will be gathered into God's kingdom and receive eternal life. The wicked, the bad fish. These are those who reject God's laws, live in sin, and follow the ways of the world, indulging in pornography, sports obsession, drug addiction, excessive drinking, vanity, and pride. They choose Satan's kingdom over God's, and in the end will be cast into the fire of judgment. The net is closing. Time is running out. Right now we are all caught in the net, but soon the sorting will begin. Some think they can live however they want and still be accepted into the kingdom, but Jesus made it clear, only those who truly follow God and live righteously will remain. The rest will face eternal separation from God. Conclusion. The parable of the net is a warning. The time of sorting is coming, and only those who have surrendered to God's ways will be saved. The narrow road of righteousness may require sacrifice, but it leads to eternal life. The broad road of worldly pleasures leads to destruction and judgment. The question is, when the net is drawn, will you be counted among the good fish, or will you be thrown away?